Welcome to my channel and my video. Today is one of those dreich days where it is wet and miserable. I need something to cheer me up, and what better to cheer me up than a big box of cake. Today's video review is going to be a taste test and review of the small business cake in a jar, and I will of course link to their website in the description box below. Now, I ordered these jars with a discount code. They came by Royal Mail. They were very well packaged. Each jar looks like this. It's just a glass jar. It comes in a corrugated cardboard sleeve, a lot of tissue paper, and a big box that they fit really securely in. So they've arrived in absolutely perfect condition. Now, I went for 5 small jars. They also have a medium size, and each one of these is 118 grams. I'm not going to give you prices or big descriptions of the flavours. You can check those out for yourself on the website, and of course prices may be subject to change. I'm not filming all these small businesses in the week they go out, so depending on when I filmed them, things might be a bit different. I'm going to start with their Black Forest Gâteau jar. Now, every jar has ingredients and nutrition information, and the best before is on the bottom of the jar. You can freeze these. They keep for up to 10 days or a month if you freeze them. The jar is pretty well filled. It smells incredible. This will just be a small taste test because I'm not going to eat 5 jars of cake in one sitting. The buttercream on the top is sweet and creamy. The cake is so moist. I know some people do not like the M word. I'll use the word slick instead. I think that's probably worse than moist. The cake is quite slick. Spongy, squidgy, you know what I mean. The chocolate cake is rich but not thickly, which is good because the frosting is very sweet, and the cherry flavour is quite subtle, which I like because I like some cherry flavoured things and not others. So not having too intense a cherry flavour is definitely a hit from me. Now, these may seem expensive, but think what M&S charge, and these are freshly made as well. Next, I'm going to go for spiced gingerbread. If I can get the lid off the jar. Tip, if you can't open a jar, put on some rubber gloves. That's very pretty inside. You can see as well, unlike cake jars from the shops, you have got the layers, so it is much more like a mini cake, and it means that you're getting a more balanced mouthful. You're not going to get one which is mostly icing and hardly any cake, or vice versa. I'm not managing to get to the bottom of the jar, but I don't need to as long as I get the first layer. This frosting is delicious. It's sweet, but not as sweet as it was on the other cake jar. The gingerbread is lovely. Again, it's not a dry sponge. It's the perfect consistency, and that gingerbread flavour is warm and subtle. It's not over the top. Really, really good as well. Irish cream. Not as much frosting on this one. This is not as good as the other 2 jars in my opinion. The sponge is drier, and the Irish cream flavour is so subtle I can barely taste it. I wouldn't get this flavour again, if I'm honest. I don't dislike it, but I don't absolutely love it the way I do with the other 2. So jar number 4, cookies and cream. I like how you can see all through the cake, you've got the cookie pieces. got a really subtle but nice cookies and cream flavour. The crunch of the biscuit goes all the way through the texture of the cake because the crumbs are spread throughout it as well as on the frosting. It's a nice creamy chocolatey frosting, not too sweet, but a good balance for the sponge. And finally, Biscoff. It had to be done. I nearly forgot to show you the inside there. Oh my God. The Biscoff taste is subtle, but it is enough because Biscoff can be quite dry, and so when using it in a cake, you need to get the balance right. And you can see it's layered Biscoff, frosting and cake through all three. It's not as though you only get the Biscoff on the top. Really, really good, and my favourite of the 5 jars. I like them. I rate them. I don't know if I would use them again because it is an expensive product. But as a gift for someone, they are very, very nice. And the fact that you can freeze them, I think is good as well, because you're not under pressure to eat them all at once if you don't want to. So that is my review of cake in a jar. Thank you for watching this video, and I do hope to see you soon. But until then, take care. Bye.